Hello everyone, my name is Jaybird and welcome back to Cupid. Before we get things started, it's a little bit too bright in my room. Yes, so I'm gonna go turn off my lights so I can get a little bit more spooked. Ooh, it's dark as hell in here now. Fuck. People are gonna be coming home and be like, why the fuck are you sitting in your room in the fucking dark? And I'll be like, you don't wanna know. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Oh my god, it's actually kind of spooky in here. Well, I have my light on at least, so I'm not completely spooked. But yeah. Anyways, without any further ado, let's fucking continue this shot. Why did I save here and not there? Oh no, that's gonna bother me. Oh fuck. Punish him! Rosa's hands were over her head. I'm getting kind of freaked out, actually. It's kind of too dark in my room now. Oh no, why did I do this? Now I'm even more terrified. Fuck. Well, I did say it was for the spook factor. So, yeah, if I die, it's your fault. She pressed herself into a corner, panting. She had never heard Mother this loud before. Punishment! Oh fuck, I'm scared. Oh no. This one was so loud it rattled around her skull and made her vision blur. Mother, what more do you want? The spell is already... She bent her head down, black spots creeping into the edge of her vision. Oh no, please don't! No! I'm scared! I know you guys can't see me, but I legit don't have my lights on. And the fucking sounds are not helping me feel any better. God damn it. Let's just hurry this up. She was so tired. You cannot hide anything from me. What is this doubt you are nursing? You are hesitating! You are crafting another spell. You stupid harlot. That filthy Marquis is exactly the kind of monster I have been warning you about. You dare plan behind my back? I just don't want to kill anymore, Mother. She couldn't help but answer back this time. How could she not? After years filled with love and acceptance, it made her realize all the more how precious life was. The thought of snuffing out somebody else's life sent a detestable shiver through her bones. She had planned on running away from this place, abandoning whatever duty that now fell into her hands. Why was it her duty anyway? She just wanted to take the good memories of this place and taint them no longer. Whatever truth she sought wasn't enough payment for peace. I don't want to. Her voice shook. I don't want to kill him, Mother. I don't want to kill anyone, please. Is this cowardice or stupidity? You fancy him, don't you? You hate him, don't you? Wow. I hate our character so much. I hate the character we play as so much. I hate all of her responses. I'm gonna say this. No, wait, that's... Because if I say this, she's gonna start calling her a stupid slut. Or like, you know what the others did to you. They're just gonna use you for your body, you stupid bitch. And if this one... I don't know about this one. Well, good thing we have saved before this, because if I regret it, I can just go back. Or maybe... The voice petered out into an abrupt, chilly silence. Rosa waited, sweat dripping down her brow. I knew it. You fancy him, don't you? You filthy whore! I fucking knew it! I fucking knew it! God damn it, I was right! It's not like that, Mother! Past and present, rinse and repeat. Always a selfish little girl. Rosa was horrified. No, I'm not selfish. A selfish little girl that loves a murderer more than her own mother. With this final proclamation, Rosa was struck to the floor. The feeling of fainting was stronger than ever. Alone in the dark, she lay there. Oh, God, stop. Panting like a sick dog, waiting for what would come next. Guillaume killed me. He made me love him, and then he betrayed me. He deserves death. Only you can kill him.
Only you can stop forest fires.
I can't kill him. It's what I want. That's not true. It is. I want to see justice served. You'll do that for me, won't you, Rosa? My darling daughter. I could always count on you to do the right thing. So kill him. Kill Guillaume. Kill him. Promise me. Make him suffer. Stab him with a knife. Stick a dagger down his throat. Gouge his eyes out. Execute his sentence! Rosa clutched her head so hard she thought her skull would burst. For a long moment, she lay as though she were dead. 5 minutes, 10 minutes passed. Then, in the middle of the empty room, Rosa's voice rang out as clear as a bell. I understand.
I don't like that. I don't like any of that. Oh no. Can I go back? I'm gonna save it real quick. And then I'm gonna go back. Just making sure. Yes. I want to see the other one. Yeah. I want to see what... You hate him, don't you? Look deep into your heart and you will find it, child. As there is deep love, there is burning hate. A hate so strong it compels to end a life. Yes, darling, let it burn in you. This is fire that consumes the same way. Channel it. Use it. No, please. Rosa's head began to throb, and a vile sickness spread through her stomach. Oh, God, no. No more vomiting, please! He took everything away from you, darling. He took Catherine. He will not stop. He needs to be punished! With this final proclamation, Rosa was struck to the floor. The feeling of fainting was even stronger than ever. Okay, so it's basically it was the same thing. You can kill him. I can kill him. That's what I want. It's not true. It is. My darling daughter. Kill him. Promise me. Make him suffer. Stab him with a knife. Rosa clutched her head so hard that she thought her skull would burst. For a long moment she lay as though she were dead. A minute's passed. I understand. Okay, so basically it was basically the same thing, but I'm gonna stick with the filthy whore one. So save. Can I just? Yes. Okay. I just wanted to see what would have happened. It was basically the same thing. Rosa knocked on Guillaume's door, carrying a tray of food. She had been poisoning his meals in small doses for weeks now, taking note of any ill effects it yielded. Oh my God. There had been none. Guillaume was as still fit and healthy as ever. No symptoms at all, even after she had increased the dosage. Either he hadn't eaten anything for a month, or he was immune to poison. Both possibilities were suspect. Rosa knocked again. There was no response from the other side of the door. It may have worked. It was not a total loss, however. She remembered Catherine mentioning how particular Guillaume was with his sleep. Just as she had been about to give up, she had ventured on this hunch. It was true. Guillaume was curiously rather sensitive to sedatives. Rosa had offered rose tea to Guillaume that afternoon, under the guise that she had made a new recipe. It had been laced with opium and valerian, sweetened with honey to mask the taste. Whether or not it was the casting of Philia, he had drunk it without second thought. He had retired early that evening. Rosa noted the grogginess visible in his gait. She snuck the master key this evening. Tonight is her night. Rosa pushed the door to his room open. Oh, I don't have a good feeling about this. The music doesn't have a good feeling about this either, because it's being really spooky. And I'm getting chills! Oh no! Oh no, no. I'm gonna die. It took a couple of seconds for her eyes to adjust to the darkness. It felt like a different world inside this room. By closing the door, it was as if she had cut herself off from the living. Rosa took an unsure step once she found her bearings. She placed the tray of food on the nearest flat surface, careful not to make any noise. The candle she lit provided little comfort. It seemed to cower from the intimidating blanket of shadows. Rosa heaved. The air felt humid here, the atmosphere almost stale. Now that she was inside and venturing deeper, a sudden impulse to find the door gripped her. She looked back. It seemed farther away. Why was she so anxious? She had been in this room before. It was perfectly normal. Tonight, it was a different story. The room seemed to breathe. Rosa gulped. What a curious word. There was no other way to describe it, though. The flickering shadows made it seem like the walls were respiring around her. The room felt alive. It was asleep like its owner, but alive. In the dim light of her candle, the red carpet looked like flesh. Oh. The furnishings were viscera. I don't know what that means. Let's look that up. Viscera. 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 Oh! The internal organs in the main cavities of the body, especially those in the abdomen, e.g. the intestines. Okay. As a American professional wrestler too. What the hell? Okay. It didn't feel like like she entered a room at all, but a belly. Ew. Okay, this is getting a little bit boorish. Gross. Something darted in the corner of her eye. Ooh! Rosa snapped her head. Just a curtain. Rosa let out the breath she was holding in her chest, aware with every move her body made. She tiptoed towards the canopy. It was perhaps the highlight of the room, an organic monstrosity of red plush and velvet. From afar, it didn't look like a bed at all, but a cage. If the room was a cavern of meat, then this was its heart. Rosa approached. Every muscle in her body was tense. Oh no! She could see a figure sprawled on the bed, limbs sticking out clumsily. Oh no! Oh no! I don't like this! I don't like where this is going! I don't want to be a murderer. I don't want to kill Guillaume. He's awesome. I like him. Even despite what he's done to Catherine or the fucking spiciness that was last episode. God damn. Okay, god damn it. Now I'm just thinking about that. God fucking damn it. He was lying on his chest, back bare, clothes littering the floor. Guillaume seemed to have fallen into the bed instead of climbing in. One of his arms stuck out from the mattress. His breath was fitful but slow, a light snore coming from him. God, can't read. Wait, what was that? Oh. What was that? Yeah, what was that? Rosa looked around for the source of the noise, but the room was still. A slow trickle of sweat traced her spine. Did that come from the window? Should she check? Rosa didn't move. Something was in the room with her. Oh! Don't do this to me, game! My fucking room's dark as shit and you're spooking me too? God fucking damn it! I made a horrible decision. I should have never turned my lights off. God damn it.
But you know what? I'm not a baby. I ain't no baby. I'll be a strong boy or girl. I'm no baby. I'm no wimp. I can do this. As long as I have my little Pushing the cat, little stuffed animal next to me, I'll be fine. She'll protect me. Yes. Yes, I do have a little Pushing little plush. It's a 6-inch one. It's really cute. I love it. She could feel it. She stole a glance at Guillermo. He hadn't moved from the bed. Rosa's ears tried to pick up the faintest noise. It felt like hours of her staying frozen on that spot, wishing to blend with the darkness. But there was no one there. She had probably imagined it. She took a deep breath and calmed herself down. The sooner she was out of this room, the better. Philia's effect would diminish once the candle died. After that, she might not have another chance. She had to find out more about him tonight. The thought of her goal helped steel her nerves. Where should she begin? She took a step. Rosa darted her head, looking for the source of the skittering noise. Her ears were too sensitive now. She heard every creak and moan in the room. Oh, no, I'm scared. Oh, no, God. She took a deep breath. Focus. Rosa surveyed everything. There was a book by Guillermo's bedside table. It was only a couple of steps away, but she'd have to come dangerously close to the bed. As much as she could, she'd rather maintain the distance between her and the creature on the bed. Oh, wow. Creature. Yeah, exactly! What the fuck? Why did she think that? Yeah, why did you think that? Perhaps it was the arrangement of the sheets or the shadows playing their tricks, but... Rosa shook her head. Perhaps there was another place to look? We've come here to gather information. You should check the book. Rosa sighed. Mother was right. She had to check every source to be sure. She inched herself closer to the bed. Faint candlelight indicated that the book on the bedside was red. It wasn't the journal she had seen Guillermo write in. Rosa tiptoed her way closer. Guillermo's hand dangled mere inches away. She reached her arms towards the book and swiped it noiselessly. Ah, sweet! That was cool. Let's look at that again. Nice! I like that. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that. Any excuse to take pictures of things that I don't really need to take pictures of. Yes. That is what I do. That is my life. It is sad, but whatever. It's better than doing nothing. Just being alone. Which I am, but you know, we'll ignore that. We'll ignore that. Hee hee. Dee. The candle almost went out with her sigh. She backed up from the bed with the book under her arm. Adrenaline surged in her blood. It almost made her smile. Rosa examined her prize, a book in a foreign language. She remembered seeing such thin, obscure characters somewhere. She wasn't sure which country, but it was probably Asian. She flipped the book and saw a piece of parchment folded on one of the pages. A sailing permit for a barge named La Victoria, dated for the end of the month, 2 days from now. It outlined the cargo and the purposes of the trip with no date of return. Traveling? No. Leaving. Guillermo was planning to leave. This was a suspicion she had since she had started observing him. His sudden aloofness with the town affairs, the secret purchase of a ship, the decrease of servants in his employ. Now it was confirmed. It's just as well we found this. We must end it tonight before he has a chance to escape. I'll thought. No, that's not a fucking word. Although the T is silent, it was a good thing to confirm this suspicion. The fact helped her little.
If anything, it just made it even more urgent to find something tonight. She had to continue. Rosa steadied herself and stepped back to the bed. Her hand finally brushed against the wood of the table after some quiet fumbling. She caught sight of something shiny inside the drawer. "Open it, child." Rosa pulled the drawer open ever so slightly. Is that a dildo? That's a shiny dildo if I ever seen one. Ah, so that's why Catherine killed herself. He whipped out the dildo on her, and she just wasn't ready. And she's like, "What is this technology? This is witchcraft." And then she died. Obviously, no. I'm being an ass, okay? Leave me alone. I'm being an ass. She peeked inside. Inside was an ornate dagger with a golden hilt, set in with the rubies. So it wasn't a dildo, is what you're saying. Right? Unless it's a sword-shaped dildo, then holy shit. Catherine probably thought he was gonna kill her, and then she's like, "Oh, this is not what I was expecting. Is this what death is like?" And then she's like in a perpetual state of like, "I should be dead right now. You fucking stabbed me with a sword. How am I not dead?" And then she killed herself because she's like, "I have to be dead. I have to be dead. He stabbed me. I should be dead. I have to be dead." And even though the whole time it was just a sword-shaped dildo. What the fuck is wrong with me? An old, delicate pattern was carved on its blade. There was a heat emanating from it, almost like it was alive, like the rest of the room. She almost missed it in the dim light, but there was also a key in the same cabinet. I don't know what to take! Take the key first, duh! Take the key and leave that dagger. I have a bad feeling about that weapon. Leave it be. Rosa agreed with Mother. The weapon was as sinister as it was beautiful. She didn't want to touch it. Rosa took the tiny key into her hand, feeling the cool metal against her palm. She pushed the drawer back. Guillaume shifted. Oh no! Should I take a screenshot? No, whatever. It doesn't matter. Rosa blew the candle out. She scuttled behind the small table. It barely hit her. Guillaume had changed positions in his sleep. Now his face was in full view and facing her direction. Rosa's heart banged in her chest. It was so loud she was concerned the room might echo the sound and announce her intrusion. Rosa waited for a few minutes before moving. She decided to crouch down, holding the unlit candle close to her chest. Easy now. She shuffled away from the bed in relief. The candle was dead, but her eyes were now well adjusted to the darkness. She could make out a desk in the furthest part of the room. He must do most of his writing there. There is a huge chance the journal is near. It wasn't very dignifying, but Rosa decided to crawl towards it. Now that Guillaume's face was in full view, a flutter of the eyelid was all it would take to catch her. It would be better to minimize her risks. She dropped to her knees and placed her palms on the floor. What the fuck was that? She drew her hand back. Was she imagining it? When her palms touched the floor, it felt warm. What? Oh, this asshole fucking jizzed everywhere. Her fingers were sucked into the floor as if she touched soft, pulpy flesh. The hallucination was so strong that her nose detected a spray of iron in the air. Her stomach heaved. She rubbed her hand. There was no wetness or blood anywhere. The floor was solid. It must have been her imagination. Well, duh. Rosa touched the floor warily, patting it and pulling on the carpet fibers. Just a normal carpet. Rosa let out slow, small breaths as she started to move once more. She patted her way to the desk. Every time her skin came into contact with the floor, bile rose up her throat. Ew. It took some effort to resist the urge to gag. Well, thank you for telling me about her wanting to vomit again. That's such a wonderful thing to know. Finally, the desk was directly in front of her. She looked back at the bed. From this angle, it was hard to tell if Guillaume had moved. She hoped that the big desk also hid her in its shadows. Rosa rummaged. There was no trace of the book on the tabletop. She only found a pot of ink. Fuck. Loose sheets of paper and a quill. That damn thing had to be close. She opened the first shelf and found a stack of papers. Nothing. She shuffled through them, but the drawer didn't have the journal. She looked through the second drawer, and the third. There was nothing of interest. Finally, she pulled in the last drawer. It was locked. Rosa sucked the air through her teeth. Of course it's locked. How could I have been so stupid? Rosa slumped in a depressed heap. You got the fucking key! The key. Rosa looked at the key in her hand. She slid it into the hole and heard the lock click. A deep feeling of relief washed over her. The drawer slid open. Rosa looked inside. There it was. In her eyes, the green journal was a treasure. She lifted the book from its resting place. It was heavier than she expected. Rosa smiled. She ran her hands along the velvet cover of the book, savoring the texture of a bad feeling. At last, she had it! Child. Mother's voice was riddled with anxiety. Something is wrong. Oh no! Oh no! No! I don't like this at all! Her excitement had clouded her senses. Almost at once, she felt the change in the air. Everything was still. Her stomach shrunk into its cavity. Fresh sweat broke out on her scalp. The silence. It had weight. It pressed on her skin and made the air thin in her lungs. Rosa stood up. She had to leave. Now. Rosa shuffled her way out of the room. With every step, her legs seemed to stick uncomfortably to the floor. It slowed her movement. One more step. Her whole foot felt like sinking. She held onto a chair and staggered back. Oh, God! No, please! Oh no, my dog fucking scratched at my door from outside. The door is closed, my fucking nerves dark. It was throbbing. Musty and red, alive and without skin. The air was filled with the unmistakable stench of fresh meat. Rosa ran to the door. I would too. She didn't care that the candle seemed to curl around her fingers. She didn't care that the handle seemed to curl around her fingers. She pushed the door open and spilled into the corridor. Rosa fell to her knees while she heard the door close behind her. It almost felt like the door closed by itself. In her confusion, she couldn't be sure. Rosa's heart pounded heavily in her ribs. Just looking at the doorway of the room made her skin crawl. My dog keeps scratching at my door and it's not helping me at all with the fucking scare factor. Woo! Rosa gathered her wits and stared at the journal in her hand. She hoped it would contain the information they needed. Wow, that was it? That was it. That was a really fast chapter 5. God. My dog keeps scratching at my door. Clover! I'm recording the video, Clover. I don't care. Oh my God. I don't even know if I should keep recording or not. Probably. Well, first I'm gonna save right here. So, at least we have chapter 5 done. Now, want to keep playing, but my dog keeps scratching at my door. Give me a minute. I'll be back in a second, because my dog keeps fucking scratching at my door. What do you want? Hey. Hey. What do you want? What do you want? Hey, boy. Who said you can go on my bed? Who said you can go on my bed? You want to leave, you little butt. You little butt. Ah, what am I gonna do for you? I'm trying to make an atmosphere, and you're just coming in here being a dog. Everyone, say hi to my dog. She won't talk to you, but here. Say hi to the audience, Clover. Say anything? Then what purpose do you have, Clover? You little dork. You little dork. Okay. Clover. You wanna go? You wanna go? You wanna go? Fine, but you better not start scratching at my door again or fucking leave, because I ain't getting up. Okay? Is that clear? Oh, don't you dare move toward that door. I just turned the lights off and I just got comfortable. Hey! Oh, God. Don't you just love animals? Mama, keep her warm. I'm cold. Yes, you are my heat source now. We will play this game together, Clover. Yeah. Okay. Oh, now she's shaking. She's scared of the. Are you scared of the dark? Shh. Okay. Okay. Anyways, in the warm, dim light of the library, Rosa opened the journal's cover. She wasn't too surprised to find that a number of entries were written in different tongues. The dates jumped from decade to decade, the writing spanned centuries. Another suspicion validated. Gimli was not human. Or at least, he did not have a normal human lifespan. This discovery made Rosa search her mind for her date of birth. It distressed her that she could not remember. She shook her head and turned back to the journal. Despite the multitude of languages, the first entry was translated into several languages. For sentimental reasons, perhaps? Or maybe a feeble attempt at reminiscing a more innocent time. I am learning to write. Aelia gave me paper. I like Aelia. She wants me to call her mother. She smells like oranges. She says I am a gift from the goddess, but I don't know any goddesses. Aelia calls me Rai. I guess that is my name now. It is nice to have a name. The other preceding pages were still in a different language. Rosa flipped through the pages until she came upon one she could read. They call me Eros, a god, a divine. They don't understand what I am. They either build me statues or spit at my feet. I am a muse. I am blight, a symbol, But I am not the answer. It seems ironic, isn't it, that love craves, above all? That which I need, that which I am, poisons me to the point that I am sick of its taste. 6th of May. I see it in the way people look at me, the way they act around me. Some would, of course, think of me as blessed. I have youth, health, and the gift of being loved. But I found out that these gifts are curses as well. My youth forces me to always wander. My looks guarantee that I will always stand out. And love? The very same urge that blesses me quickly turns rabid. Yet I understand why. Oh, love, we all crave it, don't we? In the end, we are all drunk on the idea that only love could heal our brokenness. They all think I am this cure. But I keep hoping there might be something else besides this twisted sentiment. There must be, mustn't there? Rosa read the words and found them tugging at her heart. This was the same feeling she had had for years. It almost seemed like the words were her own. I know I'm not supposed to be writing this. God forgive me. I do not want to write it down. If I do, it will not be the truth. Oh Lord, please forgive me. I didn't mean to do it. I just wanted to stop hurting. I am hiding now. I slashed my face and cut my hair so they would not recognize me. Pain is good. A penance. Oh Lord, please. If there is a God listening, please strike me down. Bad memories began to surface in Rosa's mind. Desperation. A cornered animal that fought back reminded her of her own sins. Her hands were drenched in red, and yet here she was, planning to kill another man. This had been her goal all along, hadn't it? That same familiar guilt began to stir in her mind. She bit her lip. Rosa skipped some entries. Most of them were garbled, almost incomprehensible. They were written in old ink, faded and unloved. Still, though they were melancholic, they painted a picture of a man with sufficient black humor to keep sane. 28th of November. Hey, that's coming up soon. The plague has confirmed my suspicions that I do not die from sickness. I don't know how to feel about that. Everyone is dead. But on the bright side, everyone is dead. But on the bright side, everyone is dead. 7th of June, 1489. For decades, I have searched for something in this life, and I am always disappointed by transience. What am I looking for? Meaning? Hope? Love? Death, maybe? I can bleed. Wounds to the heart heal slower than the rest of my body. I think I may die if wounded enough. I have tried that. There was a time when seeing myself bleed was the only reminder that I am not numb. Yet my body does not form scars, no matter how many times I draw my knife. Like any sign of age or ugliness, they all fade. A wrinkle today, gone the next, as if my body isn't even my own to brand. That is a shame. I want to mar my body so badly that anyone who sees me will flee. But I have tried that too. People are crueler when you are ugly. Why is that? Why do they feel the need to punish you simply because you are detestable? Perhaps because they can, or perhaps because it is easy to be cruel to those which do not belong. I don't belong. It would be nice to disappear one day. There it is. There is confirmation that he can be killed. So he bleeds like everyone else, but heals enough not to die. A strike to the heart. If we find a way to leave this wound open, perhaps he can be exterminated. Rosa continued reading. Another feeling was starting to grow in her chest. She began to question her cause the more she read through the journal. I have been staying in the old March farm. They are good people. They invited me to eat with them, and it was in the warmth of their fire that I knew that I must leave. I will only destroy their happiness. For the briefest of moments, I was able to experience what it is like to be of a family, not an outsider, but accepted. Rosa shuffled through more pages and saw a different penmanship in one such entry. It caught her eye. January 1500, new century. I like it. I smell change in the air. It is so much easier to lie when you have the means. Trading is a good sport. My name nowadays is Baron Eric Dobshire. How could I have forgotten mankind's paralyzing obsession with titles? Names have power, titles have power. I simply bought a horse in good robes and introduced myself as such. Everyone fawned over it. I could get used to this. The taste is refreshing. I must plan this better next time. A background, a story. People love stories. Maybe I shall be an actor next. 27th March, 1507. Cretins everywhere. Human nature stays the same. The powerful will take advantage of the damned. So it is all a struggle for control. Is that all there is? I have thought it would be different somehow, in a learned class in a different era. In a learned class in a different era. What was I expecting? Fortunately, I am already well acquainted. The next entry's penmanship was scratchy and difficult to understand. For December 1550. I am tired of this life. It is all an endless cycle, and I can't stand the taste of this any longer. Love turns to ash in my mouth. I am trying to stop. I want to stop. It is my 7th day without consuming anything other than normal food. It barely grazes the bottom of my stomach. I want to see if I will die without eating love. I am sick of this. Now you know what he is, Rosa. He consumes love. I do not know exactly what he is, but he is a monster. A demon! Didn't I tell you? I felt it in my bones. I honestly want to read more. Perhaps there might be more. 4th December 1550. This is my 10th day without it, and I am still alive. Barely. I can't even see where I am writing anymore. I am so weak. My body is in pain. Am I dying? I am afraid. After all my whining, I still want life. Isn't that funny? I am sleeping again. Sleep is the only thing that sustains me. It is dangerous for me to linger in sleep's domain, especially when I have not eaten. I have to keep writing. It's the only way to tell my mind is still my own. Maybe I should find something. I can't take it anymore. My head's itchy. I'm scratching it.
How are you doing, Gilbert? You have a good time? You like the story? Yeah, you like the story.
So that's why he fell so easily for the sedatives. So that was why he fell so easily for the sedatives. I think I said that wrong, so I'll say it again. That is not all. Perhaps we can destroy him this way as well. He is almost vulnerable right now. He's most vulnerable right now. If we attack now, he won't be able to put up any defenses. 12th of February, 1601. I have rewritten all of my entries into a new journal. I have kept some that were close to my heart. I don't know why I still keep writing. Perhaps this journal is my will to live. I look back on it and it reminds me of the years I have endured. Sometimes I have a suspicion that this is my only reason. This perverse, obsessive compulsion to hoard time, years, names. It can't end because it's such a shame. It is almost time to leave again. 19th of August, 1605. My ship arrived in France today. I plan to settle in a smaller town. I am sick of the taste of instant gratification. Maybe I will try a different approach next time. I need to blend in with the citizens first. My French needs work. 29th of June, 1724. Why do I keep doing this to myself? I shouldn't care so much. It always ends up broken or destroyed. I never learn. I should leave before. The entry was not finished and some fresh pages were torn out of the book. Even if there were no names mentioned, Rosa felt that the last entry was for Catherine. There were more entries that she didn't explore, but she decided to close the book. She had read enough for now. Mrs. Incomplete journal! Achievement unlocked, incomplete journal! You can't see it, but I can, and hooray. It chose you. Rosa's hands were shaking by then. A growing feeling of understanding came over her. His thoughts were too much like her own. They were too similar. Gyume consumes love. Rosa remembered the taste in her mouth when she had kissed Catherine. Oh, there was something else in that kiss. A boundless flavor that coated her mouth and made her realize how hungry she was. The same night that Catherine began to change. Rosa's throat throbbed. The thumping felt like it resonated through her whole body. Rosa fell to her knees. That same feeling of dread began to rise up in her throat. The mere mention of the thought seemed to summon the feeling in her chest. She gagged. Did I taste Catherine's love that night? Then that means that I am also... Mother? Am I the same? Oh, finally figured it out, have you? Do you see it now? My child, he is a monster. The very thing I stopped you from becoming. Don't you see? I saved you. I stopped you from feeding on other people's love. I didn't want you to be filthy. Mother's love is all you need. You have learnt enough. Now you know what to do. Kill him. He's what I have feared the most, Rosa. Don't do a little bark, dog. Jeez. I ain't gonna kill him. I don't want to kill Gyume. He alright. He alright. He's alright. I honestly don't know how many chapters there are to this game, to be honest. I don't know. But fuck. Such calm. Much calm. But she was able to be, but she wasn't, she has the scar in her, where her eye is, right? Unless it's revealed that it healed and she just didn't know. He must perish. Oh, is this what it looks like when Mother's talking? Rosa's face contorted into worry. This is such a good... I love this game. My leg is falling asleep because my dog is on it. Clover! My leg's falling asleep. You're so fat. Making my thigh fall asleep. And now my... The discovery of Gyume's identity shook her to her core, but it also made her feel. You got off? Damn it! You wanna leave now when my leg's falling asleep, almost completely falling asleep? God, make me get out with my leg. Get out! Hey, what do you want? Go. You overstayed your welcome. Go. Out. Why would you leave me alone? Go, get it, go. Clover. What the hell? Why won't you? You're such a weird dog. You won't leave me alone? Did something happen outside? That's why you don't want to leave? What the fuck? But it also made her feel the burden of their years together. Perhaps the understanding of his pain as well. Must we really do this, Mother? You still have doubts after everything you have learned? No, but this knowledge just makes me want to... You stupid child. Can't you see it is what should be done? Do it for me. Do it for the greater good. Do it for me! I'm not gonna say it's for the greater good, even though it probably is. Do it for me. You must do it for me. For my peace. Is it really? It is easy to say that, but what do you really want? To destroy him, of course, to stop him from hurting more people. He must be stopped. Do I already have an image of her like this? I don't know. Whatever, I'll take one in case. Yeah, I'll take one in case.
Because I like taking screenshots of everything.
For like no fucking reason. Because I have like no life. Like, I have like no life. Like, duh. Who the fuck has a life nowadays? Am I right? Lives are so lame. If he will not stop, there will be more victims in the future. He has grown in pride and greed. There is no telling what he will do in the future. He is nothing but a monster, a rabid dog that must be put down. But is it really the right thing? Is death the only way to change him? Yes, it is. Maybe not. Maybe not. But must we risk it? He has become haughty and powerful. Soon enough, this power will drive him mad. Am I not like him, Mother? I am also a monster. We are the same. No, you are not! Yes, you are. Yes, you are, and it is part of my regret to have ever loved you. Wait. Ouch! Yes, you are, and it is part of my regret to have ever loved you. God damn, ouch! That's hurting me! Ouch! This is why they call it Cupid. That will make a lot of sense. But that is why I am here. To keep you from becoming the monster he is. Why are you blushing? I'm uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable. Now that you know his true face, there's only one thing to do. Kill him! Rosa bit her lip until she could taste blood. But, Mother, please, don't make me kill anyone again. I am scared. You want to leave now? You want to leave now? You want to go? Go. Go ahead. Here, I'll turn on the light so you can see where you're going. Go. Go ahead. Go. 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 Go get it. Go. No? What the? Why? You're a little baby. Okay, fine. Okay, this is the last time you bark at the door. Okay? Last time you make me get up for no fucking reason. Dog. God damn it. I'm just trying to record a video. Don't worry, I will guide you. You've done it before. You've done it before. You've done it before. What is the matter? Oh my god, what is this face? Haven't you done it before? What the hell? What is with this face? I am scroused. Yes. Yes, I am scroused. I'm scroused, guys. Have you ever been scroused? That was an accident. That was an accident. No, it is necessary. Accident or not, your hands are already dirty. What's a little more blood to you?
That's not true. Ugh. This isn't right. I can't kill another person, Mother.
Yes, you can. You must. Oh, look at this face. What is this face? What is this face? What is this face? Can anyone tell me what these faces are, please? I'm confused. I'm scaroused. Ah, Futurama, I love you. What is this? To fulfill your goal, it is necessary to crush things along the way. Just remember that they don't matter. It is just you and I forever, darling. Trust no one. Love no one but me. The rest of the world can crumble to dust. You have thought about punishing him too, haven't you? What? No. Catherine and him. They are both the forbidden fruit that you crave so badly. Mother keeps you right, darling. Mother keeps you clean. If you kill the dirty man, then you will stay pure.
No!
You don't have to be confused.
But...
Convince, scold. I don't like the direction this is going. Convince or scold.
Oh, she's laying down on the floor like a little baby.
She's so weird. I guess she's really scared then.
Hey, Clover. It's okay.
It's okay.
I honestly don't know what to do. I think I'm gonna... I guess I'm gonna... Eeny, meeny, miny, scold. Okay. So, you are more willing to face my wrath rather than obey, is that it? What is it that you do not understand? He cannot live. You have read his journal. He is a vile, filthy insect. He has to perish.
But shouldn't it be up to me to decide? It's not how it's supposed to...
Believe in Mother, child. Believe in Mother, child. Mother knows what is best for you, my darling. Do you believe that?
Yes, Mother.
I have protected you and loved you all these years, haven't I?
Yes, Mother.
All my sacrifices were for you, you degenerate. Tears formed in Rose's eyes. Rose's eye. She grabbed her head and scratched viciously.
No! I don't understand anymore. I'm so confused. Please, Mother.
Don't cry, honey. Don't cry, honey. Stop it. Shh. My darling. I know it's hard. But you love Mother, don't you?
Yes.
Will you keep Mother happy, darling?
Yes.
Then do as I say, my child. Kill him. Rosa began to giggle. Her tongue danced in her mouth. She licked her lips in delight. Yes! I don't know how I'm supposed to read that. Yes! Kill him. This is what he deserves for being filthy. I am a little monster too, aren't I? But Mother kept me clean. She feeds me and loves me and kisses me. I'd like to cut his pretty neck open, Mother. Watch the pretty blood drain from his dirty mouth. Is that all right? I am a monster. But Mother keeps me right. Achievement unlocked, monster! You can't see it, but I can. I'm like, no, please. Mother, can I please play with him a little bit? pretty please? I want to do naughty things to him. She laughed. I want to enjoy his punishment. I hate him. I love him. Now I understand why. Rosa tittered again. I will kill him, Mother. For all his sins, he deserves to die. For a moment, Rosa was shocked by the gravity of her own words. But Mother's voice came to soothe her. That's my darling girl. Make sure you make him suffer for as long as possible. All the pain in the world wouldn't be enough to punish him for the damage he's caused. There was no doubt about that. Regardless of who Gimli was, whether he was a saint or devil, killing him was the right thing to do. Yes, Mommy dear. I will follow everything you say. But I have to get fun too, right? Rosa let Eros, bathing her face in the scarlet light cast by the candle. The night went on. The spell buried Gimli into a deeper slumber. She brought out a gigantic carving knife she'd snuck out of the kitchen. It was almost as long as her forearm. It had been sharpened enough to tear meat from bone. She played with the shiny thing while somewhat whistling a lullaby. Look at her sticking her tongue out. Goddamn. Sleep now, my precious Gilly. Dream of me. Dream and descend into the depths of your personal hell. I hope you like your gift. Rosa giggled while pricking the tip of her tongue with the sharp knife. Let me deliver your atonement. The taste of honey! Oh no! What in me is dark. Well, guys, I think that's gonna be it for this episode of Cupid. If you guys enjoyed this episode of Cupid and you want to see more, then leave a like down below, leave a comment down below, share it with your friends, subscribe if you haven't, ring that notification bell, and remember, die safely. Bye-bye!